I think they have boba. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, it is. Oh no, it's boba.
Is it boba?
Yes. Zoom in.
I am. Yeah, I think that's boba down there and like popping pearls.
Zoom in on the cups.
The cups? Why?
Those.
Oh.
Is that boba?
Well, I saw 2 kids up here with these cups and there was boba in it. That's so cool, but I don't live here anymore, so that doesn't really matter.
This place isn't good.
You don't like this place? Those cookies look so yummy. You don't think those look good? I think they look really good. But look at this. You put like ice cream probably in these.
Oh my god,
So
that looks
yummy.
so good.
Oh my gosh. And then they have ice cream right here. That one in the back looks good. You guys need to stop doing that. You don't play on an escalator. So they have these little cars that you can drive around.
Yes.
They did have like these big animals, so I think they swapped them. Pizza bites over here.
Pizza bags right there.
So 2 of these.
Yeah.
So this is what they got. 2 pizza bites. Is this? Oh, this is Orange Julius and DQ. What kind of ice cream do you want?
I know, I kind of want a dip tone, but...
So we went to DQ, got a smoothie. I got a smoothie, triple berry, peanut butter, M&M Blizzard, and Oreo Blizzard, a mini. So I just ordered some food from a place that we used to eat at a lot when I lived here. I haven't seen these in so long. Look at how greasy that looks. Wow, that's cheesy. And this burger, this is a junior burger and it has bacon in it. So we just got back yesterday. I got like no sleep on the car ride again. It's too hard for me to sleep. I accidentally fall asleep like 50 times, but I don't try to fall asleep because I want to make sure that the driver's awake too, you know? So I didn't get like any sleep and it takes like about 13, 14 hours to get here because of the baby, because we have to stop so many times. And we left at like, I guess kind of an awkward hour because we left around 12, I think 12 a.m. to try to get the baby to sleep. But honestly, like on the way here and on the way back, she didn't really sleep very well, and I don't really know why, because it was like late both times. The first time we left at 3 in the morning, or like close to 3, or maybe was it even 2? I don't know. She didn't sleep much. She was sleeping when we left, you know. And then this time we left earlier thinking that she would be sleeping, and she woke up a lot. And I didn't get good sleep last night when, like, yesterday we got home. I think it's because the baby's sick. I'm also sick. I woke up sick. I wasn't feeling like this yesterday. But the baby like had like a stuffy nose and it was hard for her to breastfeed, and she wanted to breastfeed a lot. So I think that's one of the reasons why she was having trouble sleeping. Look at that little toy that she got. I don't know how to put it together. So they have little dogs, little yappy dogs. And in the beginning, she liked them. She would try to pet them, but you know, she's a baby, of course, you know. She's gonna want to do that, and no matter the size of the dog, it doesn't really matter. You know, they'll snap at you, and then I don't want them to hurt her. But one of the dogs at one point snapped at her twice. It was an old dog, and I don't know if it had many teeth or not. It was a really old dog, and she wasn't even like next to the dog, so that scared her like a lot. Both times scared her enough to like not want to be down with the dogs anymore. Anytime a little dog would come near her, she would want to be picked up. So she's a little traumatized by the little doggies now. This damn thing, my iPad, will not turn on unless it's plugged in, and that was just something that happened when we were in Cali, because it wasn't doing this when we were here. Like it'll be like 100%, it's like 70 or 80% right now, but it won't turn on. And even if I like hold buttons, it won't even like, you know, show the Apple logo or anything. And these outlets suck too. I can't use my computer charger here because it just falls out. It's too heavy. Okay, Won't turn on, won't turn on. And my camera, I super glued the batteries. I super glued the screws. So I honestly never have thought of myself to be any sort of autistic until so recently, because I'll see these videos on my TikTok talking about it, and then I'll like talk about traits and this and that, and like I know all the issues that I've had growing up, and they talk about how they can be you can be misdiagnosed with other things. So then I like watch more videos and more videos and more videos and more videos, and I've been watching videos for like days now, just reading about it. And now I am like super wondering and curious if what I have been experiencing my whole life is autistic traits rather than, you know, so like when I was little, I was always told I was like so many things. Like I was super sensitive, and I was super shy, like extremely shy. My entire life I've always been told that. And super what do you call it, introverted. Okay, I've been told that I have been like a huge introvert, like just antisocial my entire life. But it's always been that. It's always been that I'm just introverted. I'm super shy. I honestly really don't think that I'm just like a really shy person. I'm really just introverted. I've been evaluated for things when I was younger, but I don't think I've ever been evaluated for having autism. But like so many things that I hear about just make so much sense to me. When I was little, I personally don't remember like a lot of sensory issues that I was dealing with. I do recall some things now that I think about it. My mom told me that one of my like aunts didn't even know I could talk until I was 4, and that was because, and I do remember this incident happening. So that one incident, like I was at my grandma's, I remember I was like around 4 years old. I was thirsty. My aunt had some soda on the table, and I asked if I could drink it because I was thirsty. I wanted some soda, and they said yeah, I drank it. It was disgusting. And they realized it was alcohol, you know, mixed with some soda, I guess. And after that, like I was being, I don't know, like everyone was watching me, I recall, and I was like talking on the phone. I don't even know if anybody was on it, but I don't know. And I guess that incident was like, whoa, she could talk. So like the way that I felt when I was little with like socially, I never felt like the urge or the need, necessity, or anything like that for social interaction. I had one friend, and I was okay with that, and that was fine. And I had one friend up until like I was 15, 16, maybe like around 16 years old, and that was it. And I never had a friend again like after that, because you know, it's just what it is. I didn't really care. Like I wasn't gonna go out looking for a new friend. Any social gatherings, social events, I just felt so completely awkward. So awkward, uncomfortable. Felt like I didn't belong. Felt like I was so odd, and like I didn't understand. Like I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to act. But I always did wonder, like why? Like how does everybody do this? How does everybody get along? Why is everybody laughing? Like I used to think, like even like now, like in my like 20s, 30s, whatever, be like analyzing situations, like why aren't I like that? I'm not like that. Why can't I interact like them? Like why? You know how like when you're in situations and people are laughing and just like joking around, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can do that with my kids. I can't adapt. That's like the biggest thing, the biggest problem. I cannot fit in. I cannot do what they're doing. I cannot join. I can't joke around. I can't laugh. I find almost nothing funny that a lot of people say, and a lot of people, you know, like it takes a lot, I feel like. And I never really thought anything of it. At no point can I ever, in a situation, no point can I ever like fit in unless I am drunk. I can appear to be so much more normal. I hate it. I don't get it. I don't understand, and I don't like it. I don't like situations. Normally I'll just like go in my room, go hide. So like when we were in Cali, a lot of the times, like it's just so annoying, and I've always felt it to be super annoying. Like I hate social situations, and a lot of the times I would stand in the corner, just be around my baby. So like every gathering, which was literally every day, was just so uncomfortable for me. So it was Christmas. I hate receiving gifts from people, even people that I know it don't really matter. Anthony's family gave me a couple of gifts, and oh my god, like before, like I was out there with the baby, you know, watching her open her gifts, and I was just like, please don't give me anything. Like in my head, please don't give me anything, please don't give me anything, please don't give me anything. Trying to avoid eye contact with anybody, especially the ones who are like handing out gifts. Like, oh my gosh, there's like a lot of people there, and like I get something, and so like immediately like I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I give, like I don't even, it's just, I don't even want to open it. I don't want to open it. I don't want you to see what I got, even though you know what I got. I don't want other people to see what I got, because I don't know what the correct reaction is. It's so torturing. So like I opened something else, didn't look at anybody. I was hoping nobody was looking. I didn't open it right away, so like I was hoping everybody forgot about it. I don't know how I was when I was little. I don't know. So everything that is like social interacting is just torturous to me, and always has been. Eye contact is another one that I never really thought about, but it's a really big one. I will try my damned hardest to avoid eye contact entirely. Like I don't want anybody looking at me. I don't want to look at anybody. I don't want anybody to strike up a conversation. I don't want to strike up a conversation because I don't know how to talk. Like, and I never have known how to talk. This is another thing that makes me think that might be why I hate conversations like on the phone. I remember being really young, and I liked this boy at elementary school, and I literally had to write down my conversation on paper because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what to say. It's that bad. Like that's why I avoid conversations on the phone. That's why I've had so much trouble ever, like in my like childhood, adulthood, like making phone calls, even if it's for me, for my kids. Like I've always had trouble doing it. So like anytime that I would ever make a phone call, I would get super stressed out, you know, like just like the casual hi, how are you, excruciating. First of all, I hate saying okay, like oh I'm good. I've never been good. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to pretend that I'm okay, that everything's good? I know that's like what people do, right? You know, like hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Hate it. Most of the time won't say anything except fine, as much as you'll get normally. But I know that's not normal. So sometimes I'll like force myself to be like, oh, how are you? You know, hoping that they'll just say fine so I can fucking walk away. I didn't date really. So the first time I saw him, my husband, I literally thought to myself, oh my gosh, he's different. He's not normal. Okay, this is like what I literally had thought. Like I thought like he's not normal. There's something different about him. He's not social, like he's socially awkward. Like I knew that. That made me feel better. I thought it was cute. So me thinking that he was socially awkward made everything so much easier. And that was one of the reasons that I liked him so much, because, or I thought like it would work because he's different, I'm different. Or at least I thought I was, I guess, because I would feel like that, I would think that. So I remember being like younger and being like mad at myself for not wanting something else. Like for not like really wanting someone else, you know, like, because I felt like that wasn't normal. So I would pretend that I did sometimes. Like, so with like touch and stuff, you know, or like I've read so many things that say like you don't really like touch. And still now to this day, like there's things and there's times when I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. But like reading about all these things just make me realize so many situations in my life that make sense to me now. Something that really bothers me is light touch. Okay, light touch. If I don't like feel aggressiveness or like heaviness, I don't want it. Like it just is ew. But there's so many things that I think about now. I've never been evaluated or anything, but just reading about it, hearing other people talk about it, and like me literally feeling those exact same ways. And I think what made me start thinking about it is the sensory shit. Because there's a lot of things that I do that people look at me and are like, what is wrong with you? I was never a big jean wearer because I hated the way it felt. I hated jeans, especially in the morning because they're cold. And I remember when I was little, like elementary school, I don't know how often I did this, but like one thing I remember was when I was in elementary school, I was wearing jeans, I was in the car, holding myself up from sitting down, like the whole ride. We lived pretty close, but I was literally holding myself up from sitting on the seat because the seat was cold, my pants were cold. It was just a terrible feeling for me. And I also, like, it just makes me realize that I've never liked jeans. And I don't wear jeans. I wear for comfort. I don't know how I was about my feet when I was younger, but I remember my cousins, they would always be barefoot. All the time they would be barefoot. My thought was like, how are they doing that? I can't do that. How are they doing that? You know, and it was like walking on certain things. Like, I can't do that. It's so many things that I hear about now or read about, and I'm like, oh, like, is that why I do this? Is that why I feel like this? But I couldn't understand how some people could walk, or like my cousins, for instance. And then now, as I'm older, like in my 20s and whatnot, I can't do anything without wearing socks and something on my feet. I just can't. I can't walk around my house. It bothers me. Especially seeing people walk barefoot around my house. Like, having hardwood floors is a real ick in a way, because like I want hardwood floors, like I love them, but I would never be able to walk barefoot around them, ever. And like so many people in my family just like walk around barefoot, you know, like they don't care. And I can't, like literally before I put my foot on the floor, even on carpet, like I'm like, where's my shoes? Where's my shoes? Because I get triggered or something, I don't know. And my bed with like the crumbs and shit, like I remember getting so much like just like comments and like, why do you do that? Like, why do you care? Like, why do you care? Like, what's on your bed? There's nothing on your bed. There's always shit on my bed, you know. Like, I used to always have to, when I sleep with somebody, especially like an adult, I always for the longest time would put a blanket down on my sheets so I would feel absolutely nothing. Like, I would shake my sheet off, put it down, so my body would feel nothing. Like it would just be like nice and clean, you know. Like, I don't want to feel a single fucking crumb, because that's like the end of the world for me. Like, I'll have to strip my bed, like there's something wrong there, you know. Like, and that's been going on forever, for as long as I can remember, like as like an adult. And everybody would think like that was so weird, and like, why do you do that? And like socks in the bed, like if my kids are walking around with socks on and they want to get in my bed, they need to take them off. If they're walking around barefoot, they need to put socks on. They need to like wipe their feet, put socks on, and then they can get in my bed. But like literally, like I'm always making sure like nothing's on them if they get in my bed. Like, it's just been a thing, a big problem in my life that now I'm like, what is it? Like, what is that problem? I don't know, because nobody else is like that. You know, nothing bothers anybody that I grew up around that I recall, but me, everything bothers me. Tags is another thing. Tags, I recall never liking tags, hating them. They're disgusting. Like, they need to get off my clothes before I put them on. Recently, one was like repetitive something in your head, like repetitive, and I would stop and realize, okay, like what, like why am I repeating that song, that lyric. I remember talking about, like, before I even ever started like really thinking about being autistic, I made a video and I would talk about, like, I can't stop hearing Spanish speaking in my head. Like, it's not something I'm thinking about. I would just realize, like, I would just suddenly realize there's a lot of Spanish going on in my head, like, just forever. And it would get to the point where I'd be like, what is that? Why is that happening? Oh my gosh, shut up. I don't know, it's fucking ridiculous, weird, sometimes really, really, really annoying. I fidget like crazy. Like, I'll play with my hair, I'll just do things with my hands. If I have rings on, they'll continuously come off and go on. And that's been going on for so long that I recall. Like, it gets to the point where it's like, I take my rings off sometimes because I don't want to do it. It's fucking distracting, it's annoying. Constantly moving my foot, my feet, my legs. And one of the things that I think is so odd, but like, it makes sense because when you're so reclusive, you know, you don't get a lot of sun, and they say that some autistic people look a little younger than they actually are, and I've gone that my whole life, and I don't go nowhere. I've never really gone anywhere, and I don't like being in the sun for too long. Don't go out with friends, don't go party, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I was never present in those scenes, you know, like as a teen. And I've always, my whole life, been told that I am very soft. My skin is soft. I've heard that a million times, over and over again. I continuously hear that. Movies, I think, is another one. Like, I'll watch the same movie over and over again in the same day. And I've always been like that ever since I was little. And that's probably why I know so many Disney movies. I know like every line in so many Disney movies. And I have like these comfort movies. I have these like certain movies that I just like go to. I have like go-to movies because I don't know, there's just some sort of comfort to me. And also, when people ask me certain questions, I don't know how to answer. And they were talking about like this one question, like, what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that? Like, what's your favorite song? I hate that question because I don't know what to do, what to say.